Hey, you, what's that stink? It smells like brave boy in here. That must mean that there's a courageous man in this room. And I don't mean to alarm you, but he's sitting right in front of you. You notice anything different about me? Be honest. I know you do. I faced one of my biggest fears this week. On Saturday, I got on an airplane. A real airplane. Not like a flight simulator or anything like that. I'm talking a legitimate bird in the sky flying machine. God bless the Wright brothers. And I took it to Texas. And I had so much fun on that flight that I decided to take a flight back home today, on Monday. I know that doesn't sound impressive to pretty much any of you, but to me, this was a huge deal. You know how people have like phobias of spiders and no one gives them shit for it? Well, I get shit all the time for being afraid of flying, and you know what? I said, fish paste with this. Dirty barnacles. I'm getting on a plane. I've had a fear of flying for as long as I can remember. I think prior to this flight, I'd been on about 10 planes total. The last time was in 2016 to California, and I've always hated it. It's always been terrifying to me. Yes, I already know there's people on the keyboard right now, fucking steam and smoke coming off their fingers, furiously typing about how safe they are and all the statistics, and I know that. I get it. It's a phobia for a reason. It doesn't have to be rational. Everyone has some kind of fear that they can't really rationalize super well, and for me, it's flying. I just find the whole idea of a plane terrifying because if something goes wrong, the stakes are so high. Plus, you're also trapped in this giant metal tube in the sky for hours, so if you have an emergency, like you break your arm, start choking on your bubblegum, you can't like get medical attention. Well, aside from like the Heimlich maneuver, but like you see what I'm saying? Like, if you have a medical emergency, they can't exactly just pull over to the nearest air hospital. You know, it's not BioShock Infinite. We don't have like just floating buildings that you can pull into or anything. So you're just trapped on there until you touch down on the ground whenever the flight is done. So it's just the whole idea of flying has been scary to me for as long as I can remember. But this weekend was a very special weekend. There was a massive event that I didn't want to miss. I needed to be there. It was the RLCS World Championship, the Rocket League World Championship, a $2 million tournament where our esports org, Moist Esports, was competing. We had locked in top 8, and we were starting on Sunday to try and take home the grand prize and the big trophy, the big clams. And I wanted to be there in person to support the squad. I would do pretty much anything to support Moist Esports. I am so passionate about it. I absolutely fucking love it. So I knew I had to be there for our team. Rise, Joyo, Vatira, and Noah make up the Moist Esports Rocket League team, and I think they're the best in the world. Unfortunately, they didn't win the World Championship this weekend, but I still couldn't be more proud of them. Next season, for sure, they'll be hoisting the trophy. There is no one more deserving than them, and no one wants it more than them. And being there was super special, so I'm glad I decided to face my fears and actually get on a plane for the first time in 6 years. Not only was it really great to be there for the team, but also just meeting the community was amazing. I met so many fucking awesome people at the event. It was beautiful. The fans chanting "Let's get wet" was unforgettable. Them chanting "Rise, Joyo, Vatira," absolutely iconic and memories I will always cherish. The Psyonix team, Psyonix is the developers behind Rocket League, put on the best esports event I could have imagined. It was a 14,000 seat arena, massive jumbotron, even got to stream from there for the watch party, so you're welcome to check out that VOD. I'll post it on YouTube at some point too. It was just such an incredible experience, and it was absolutely worth the panic attack that I experienced on the first flight. So the flight wasn't smooth for me. The first flight to Fort Worth was absolutely miserable. I brought like 18 different drugs, like legal ones. I'm not talking like shooting up heroin in the back or anything. I brought like Dramamine, Afrin to like open up my ears and everything. Just tons of different fucking things. I was damn near ready to start bringing in shungite, get like real spiritual with energy crystals, because I was just panicking. And unfortunately, on that journey there, within the first 15 minutes, I had a full-blown panic attack. I thought my throat was closing up. I had shot like 6 squirts of Afrin into my nostrils, so I thought I was just gonna like OD in the back of the plane. The flight attendants come by with the cart of snacks and just find my corpse, wondering what the fuck happened, like I just got attacked by a nasal decongestant. I flew with friends, of course, and they did a great job of helping keep me calm and get through the panic attack. So that was very helpful. ended up watching a movie and simmering down a bit. But yeah, the journey there was not pretty. It was not pleasant. It was pretty traumatizing. I didn't think I was going to make it. And it was entirely in my own head, too. Like, it had nothing to do with the actual plane or anything. It was me overthinking it and just, again, falling to fear. But got through it, made it to Fort Worth, and had a wonderful time. And thankfully, the flight back was a lot calmer. No panic attack or anything. Just buckled down, watched a bit of a movie, even took a nap. And that was all she wrote. We landed, everything was nice and smooth, so that one was fine, but the first one was absolutely rough. I think the question on everyone's mind now is, will I fly again? And I'm super happy to say, fuck no. No, nope. I don't plan on flying very often. For the next Rocket League World Championship, maybe I'll hop back on the plane, get back in the saddle, and get out there. But I think I'll probably just stick to like ground transportation. Even though the second flight was a lot calmer than the first one, I still wasn't happy or comfortable. I was still very scared out of my fucking mind and nervous. And the entire week leading up to this was nothing but stress and anxiety. I think across the 72 hours prior to Saturday, I slept maybe 6 hours total. Maybe. And that's being generous. So it has been fucking miserable. So I don't really plan on becoming a frequent flyer, but at least I faced my fears this week, and I know I can do it for like big events, that really, get my engine revved and get me wanting to get out there as quickly as possible. I know now that I can at least face them. So I think this was a fucking great week all around. I'm super proud of Moist Esports Rocket League team, and I can't wait to see more from them. I think the future is very, very bright. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a bit, and that's it. So yeah.